Hi everybody, welcome back to Majestic Collectibles. New arrivals, DC Comics Silver Age Collection, Part 3, Tub 3, whatever you want to call it, August 2022. Special thanks to Mark again for contacting me and letting me look at and purchase this great collection of his. Really appreciate that. So this is just a little bit smaller tub than the other two, so probably won't be, a 20-minute video. Well, it might be. We'll see. Let's keep going. So in this one, we've got some Teen Titans. Starts with number 6. Again, it's another title that I don't usually get long runs of them. You know, I usually get piecemeal. And we had a good laugh at this. I'll bring that a little closer. Don't know who Craig is. Mark didn't know who Craig is. But Craig is evidently not the sharpest tool in the shed. And it's been immortalized on a comic book cover. So, Craig, wherever you are, sorry, man. I don't know what you did to earn that, but you did something. So, let's see. We got some more here. Really good cover on that. Again, the grades on these, there's kind of a couple of sub creases somewhere, so probably just a good on a grade on that one. Hey, if you guys get a chance, click like, hit subscribe, let us know you're watching. Really appreciate that. And let's see, we got a few more, another good mod 60s style cover. That one's a little better shaped. Older bag, so it's a little cloudy. I'm going to take that one out, but I'll bring that in. You can see that's really there's a light crease. That's really the killer on it. Probably about a 4-inch crease there, but a great looking book on that. We got some more coming here. If you guys are around Labor Day weekend, alright, first weekend in September, Dickinson County Fairgrounds, Spirit Lake, Iowa. I'll be at the flea market as usual. Come and see me. That'll be my last show in Northwest Iowa, in that part of the state, till next year. So if you got anything you want me to sell or anything you're interested in me bringing up to purchase, give me a holler and let me know. Be happy to do that. Bring stuff along for customers all the time, if I have it, obviously. Just another, that must have been at a grocery store. I don't know if you recognize like the purple ink. You used to see them when I was a kid, it was on stamped on like meat packages and stuff. So that's just what that reminds me of. I'm betting that was at a grocery store where that was sold. That was an arrival date on that one. And I never read many of these, to be honest with you. I don't know on the stories on these. The covers were pretty good. And the only thing I remember is in the early Teen Titans ones, when Aqualad was in there, he was always kind of the useless one, because he would dry out, then have to get him water, there'd be some drama, then they go beat up the bad guy. And eventually Kid Flash replaced Robin. And that was, I don't know. I never really read it much after that, but I'm betting that was a good call. So this next batch, quite a few of them, are the only non-DC books in the collection. So this is a neat little double covered, number 24. Those are kind of tough to find, very collectible. Don't know what it's worth. It's on a Flintstones versus like a Batman, so I'll have to do some research. There's a Charlton Dudley Do-Right number 1. And the standard Disney titles from this era, which don't bring a lot. Girl from UNCLE doesn't look good in that sleeve. Actually, it's a pretty nice copy. Again, not very sought after. And Bomba, again, nice cover, but nobody really looks for those. You got a Net Funicello, Babes in Toyland. Interesting cover. Creepy cover, but interesting on that. And these are probably, again, running good to very good. Mary Poppins. Gosh, I gotta tell you, I cannot stand that movie. And nothing, got some Man from UNCLE, but again, really nice grade on this, probably a VF or real close. Same on this, it's probably a nice fine. There's a crease up here, you might not be able to see it. Doesn't break the color. Some Magnus, which is a good read. Phantom, I never got into that one. This I've got a whole run of. Actually, they're kind of fun. It's just a fun sci-fi horror title. I love the covers on these, painted covers on these gold keys. Some of these are just fantastic. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea and Space Family Robinson are probably some of the best cover runs you're ever going to see on comics from start to finish. And these are a little nicer. A lot of these are fines. Solar. Again, some great covers. Never read this one too much. Read a little bit. I got to actually catch up. I've got a set of them, and I just never quite got around to finishing them up. I gotta read the rest of them sometime. It was really nice. Mark put the issue number on there, so I didn't have to go digging for that, because they never put the issue numbers on front. Giant Turok Son of Stone #1, but really, really rough. You can see along the spine there. Still a great cover, dinosaur cover. And here's some nicer ones, higher numbers, but really nice grade on these Turoks. That is one of the best Turok covers I think they ever made, right there. I really, really like that one. And that's a fine. This one's probably a VG plus. It's got a crease up there that breaks the color. So just a nice little batch of Turok. Used to see them a lot 25 plus years ago, but now I don't see a lot of Turoks. These are pretty common. I think they made an awful lot of the Three Stooges comics. Of course, they made a lot of the movies too. And popularity has waned. It really picked up there in the mid to late 90s through about 5-6 years ago. Same with I Love Lucy and a few others. There's a bit of a 60s revival on some stuff. Don't get a lot of call for them anymore. There are some. Rat Patrol, Hogan's Heroes, Bewitched still do really, really well from this era. The photo covers, a little bit of dark shadows. You know, so there is some stuff that still from this era does pretty well. And some of these are all over the board. I've got some that are fair, some that are good, some that are fine. One that's probably a VF, and the average grade again is probably about VG on it. So not a bad group on that. All right, now I can't get. I think I mentioned this in one of the earlier videos. I can't remember. I'm shooting this a couple days later, but I went to sort these out, and I pulled my sleeves, and I went to pull my backing boards, and I'm out of Silver Age backing boards. So I'm hoping to get this collection ready for the Labor Day show, and at least bring some of it along. And I think, looking at my shipping list, I should be able to, but I don't know. So if you see something you want me to bring it to the show, I'm going to try, but I don't want to let these out of here because they just need to be protected a little better. You know, unless it's one of the junkers, then who cares, you know. So here we got some nice Justice League. Big group of it. The Yeti cover, which usually sells. They seem to like that one. Another, I don't know if it's a classic cover, but it's a popular one. And that one, anything with the JSA crossover, and I'm not sure if, you know, the Black Adam movie is going to make a difference on that one or not. That's always a neat cover. Always been a little bit harder to find than that United Nations cover. So that was kind of cool. most of the JLA covers are not boring. Got a lot of characters, a lot of action going on. You can see that's another JSA crossover there. Some pretty decent covers. I think Carmine did a few. I don't know if Nick Carty did any or not on this run. Still a fairly popular book from this era. So here's another Carmine Infantino Murphy Anderson cover. So, and these again, these are probably average grading, about VG. We're going to get into some nicer ones here, I think, as we get going a little farther. That's always been kind of a classic cover because it has not only the JSA, but it's got a lot of the other Golden Age heroes, most of which I didn't know about. This is how I learned about them, was reading stuff like that when there was a crossover. So that's always fun. So there you have Phantom Lady, Human Bomb, Dollman, Uncle Sam, the Ray, Black Condor, characters they had purchased from other companies. Got some giant size. I always liked those giant size issues. I don't know why. Probably because I couldn't afford many of them as a kid. There must have been something killer about them, you know, to be that expensive. Here's another Justice Society crossover. Kind of, again, a popular cover. Joker cover, which you don't see a lot of. And this is Three Worlds of Crisis on Earth S. So you heard of Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was in the 80s. Well, he was in the 70s. They had I guess a pre-crisis. And this should be, yep, we're just about done here. So last of the non-DC, I believe. I don't think there's any in the other tub. Some really nice Tarzans. A lot of these are probably in the fine to VF range. That one's not because of the white cover, unfortunately. Those take a beating. But some really, really sharp looking books. I don't think I've got a photo cover in here. Those usually do a little better. Now this one's a great book, but it's got some water damage up in the corner. And that probably is going to keep it, you know, VG minus at the best. Tarzan with a machine gun, which is not something you see every day. Very unusual. There are still quite a few Edgar Rice Burroughs collectors that do buy these. A lot of them actually kind of go international now if I put them online, which I haven't done for a while. But not big dollars. Most of them are not a big dollar book. Some of the photo covers you can get, you know, a real nice photo cover, 20, 30, maybe 40 bucks out of. These, even high end, you know, you're probably tapping out around 10 bucks on a lot of them. Some of the covers, dinosaur type covers, do a little better. And that's it. That's it for tub number 3. So we got one more tub left to go through. Check us out online, guys. Social media, you know, website, everything, Majestic Collectibles. And thanks for watching.